Hi, everybody. Keith here, and I have had a lot of people lately asking me uh, why I liked Android better than an iPhone. If some of you who follow my audio, video rants, I've had a iPhone 3G. I have had an iPhone 4, and it was February of this year I went with Android. Well, actually, it was last year. I tried with the Samsung Captivate, and I just didn't like it. Uh, the phone was having problems out of the box, but I really didn't like what appeared to me to be lack of quick support from Samsung. So I went back to the iPhone, and then February of this year, I went to the Inspire. And as you can see, my poor little Inspire had taken a spill, I think about a month ago now. And I may get this repaired if I can get it done cheaply. It's a good phone. The only thing that really sucks with the Inspire is the battery life. But a beautiful 4.3-inch screen. So we're going to set my poor little Inspire there. I upgraded to the Motorola Atrix, which is a dual core processor, and it's running Gingerbread. And the one thing I've had, like I said, the people asking me is, well, iPhone's got apps. iPhone can do this. iPhone can do that. There's really not much the iPhone can do that an Android phone cannot do. Where I think Android shines is it gives you total control of your phone in terms of how you want to customize it, how you want it to look, how you want it to interact. And I think that's what draws a lot of people over to Android is that ability to take a phone that everyone else around you may have and let you customize and tweak every part of it until it's uniquely your phone. So that's what I wanted to show today is if you're someone that's got a Blackberry, you've got an iPhone, you got a Windows phone, or maybe you're coming from a feature phone and you're looking at smartphones for the first time and you're hearing everybody talk about Android, maybe you're wondering a little bit about it. I thought what I would show today is just a little bit of that customizable control that allows you to make the phone your phone. What we've got here is this is the Motorola Atrix, and it's running their Moto Blur user interface that they've put on top of the Android operating system. And this phone is operating currently on the Android Gingerbread version of Android. What you've got is it's the graphical user interface, type of widgets that they include, social media access, uh, different types of widgets that they provide. And you've also got your dock down here, which this sort of reminds you of an iPhone. In this case, I've got phone, email, web browser, and my application drawer, as they call it. I can move things out of there. If I hold this down, well, let's see. It tells me I got to add to the dock. I haven't tried it yet, and I think what happens when you do, I think it kicks one out. I'm going to have to play with that, and I'll get back to you. I just don't want to mess that part up on the phone right now. And another thing you'll notice if you look at iPhones, and I think right now even Windows phones, is live wallpaper. Now, if you have an Android that doesn't have very good battery life, has a low amperage battery, you may not want to run these very often. This phone, it's a 1900 milliamp battery. I can pretty much go till 5 o'clock and then I've got to put it on the charger with moderate use. If I'm doing a lot of video watching, YouTube, things of that nature, I may have to pop it on the charger a little bit sooner. But right here is something that Android has that the iPhone does not, is the live wallpaper. But let's say you want to change everything. Let's say you want to change your dock. Let's say you want to change how you transition from one screen or page to another in your phone. There's an app in the Android market called Launcher Pro. And what Launcher Pro does is it basically reskins your phone. It'll change your dock and allow you to change your transitions, how you go from one screen to another. And it's really a lot of fun. There is a paid version which gives you some more bells and whistles if you want to pay the money for it. I think it's like $3.49. But there's a free version here that I'm going to download that does a very good job, and you may not see a need to spend on the paid version. What we're going to do is, I'm in the Android market. This is Launcher Pro. Show you right there. Okay, we're going to hit download. Now it's giving me the permissions, what the app is asking to have control of. And there was nothing in here that I saw that was alarming. And with the Android, it's good to look at these permissions to see if there's something that concerns you, and at the same time also look at what other users are putting in the comments on the app. That'll give you a good idea if you think it's really worth your time to download or not. So I'm going to accept and download, and what it's doing is it's now installing it. Or excuse me, it's still downloading. Okay, almost done. Whoa, hold on, never got that message before. I'm hoping it's not a problem because I've downloaded and uninstalled a few times. Wouldn't that be embarrassing? Okay, we're okay. It's now installed. My antivirus spyware program has scanned it, said it's safe. Now what's going to happen is when I hit my home screen to exit the market, you're going to see a change. You'll notice that my Google widget, my search bar and weather is gone. The screens are empty. It defaults to three pages. I can add 7 again if I need them. But you'll notice the bottom, my dock has changed. I have phone, now I have contacts, I have my app drawer, I have my SMS, MMS chat, and I have my web browser. So what I'm going to do is, let me add a couple of widgets here on each screen. I want you to see a few things here. We're going to add my Google search bar. I'm going to add my weather. Now, if you get an Android phone and you want to play with this app, you saw me install this and you see that everything is gone that was there, don't panic. Nothing is destroyed. Your old UI is still on the system. So you can play with this and not have to worry about, oh no, I've lost all those icons and widgets I had. I got to put, if you go back to your stock user interface, I'm going to show you, it's a breeze. Okay, this screen I'm going to put here, I'm going to put my YouTube widget. Then I'm going to put another widget here. Let's see, we're going to put a calendar. And we got that there. And now we're going to, let's see here, what else do I want to put here? I want to fill this one up. Okay, we're going to put an analog clock. Okay, so I got that screen filled up. Now we're going to go over here and I'm going to put in here, let's see here. Let's see, I'll put Google Plus. I'll also put my other social media widget for my social statuses. And again, I can add 7 screens just like my stock UI has if I want to. What I do is I'm going to go, let's see here. I want to make number 2 my default screen. Okay, so we're going to go into preferences here. And let's see here, dock settings. I'm going to tell it to give me a missed call count, how many unread text messages I have, and Gmail. Of course, I need to put my Gmail icon on the dock or on the desktop. Number of docks is 3. This is, you're going to find this is cool because not even your Android out of the box comes with that. Here's what I find nice with this application. I want to change my transition, how I go from one screen to the next. If here I picked a cube, which I find nice. Let's see, I'm gonna pick another let's see here, another transition here. Let's see here. Let's try flip. Oh no, rotate. Here. No, wait a minute. I want scale. Hold on here. I think you'll like this one. See what I'm telling you? With one free application from the Android market, I've changed the look of my phone. I've changed how it interacts. You can't do that on an iPhone without jailbreaking it. And then, of course, you've got the constant problem of Apple trying to stop you from jailbreaking it. And if they come out with a new update to iOS, you have to wait for someone to have jailbroken it before you install it. It's a big hassle. I don't have that here on Android. And let me just show you some of your, here's your general settings. Let's see, keep in memory, enable scrollable widgets, hidden apps, go to home screens. You can set which of those screens is your default screen. You can tell it how many to add. So here's where you could go. I could go back to 7 screens, just like my standard user interface. If you have a trackball, you can enable trackball scrolling, home screen looping. You can tell it how many columns and how many rows to put on a screen. Let's see, let's see, dock settings. Somewhere in here. Okay, enable auto rotation. Let's see, home screen activation. I want it to do nothing. That's telling when I hit the home screen, if I'm on another screen, to go back to my default. That's what I just did with those settings there. Let's see here. I think it's appearance. Here we go, dock background. So I could tell it to add like a glass. And then you'll notice on the bottom here, you've got that, what appears to be a glass shelf that your dock is sitting on. I can also add, it gives you 3 scrollable docks. So I could go over. I could add other items down there and not have to clutter up one of my screens with shortcuts. I could use that for widgets or other content. So that is a nice feature there. So as you see here, in just a few minutes, I've changed how this looks. I don't like that transition. Hey, let's go and change it. Oh, let's see, home screen settings. Okay, let's say I want to use rotate to. See how the phone interacts? Now, most of your good Android phones that are coming out now are dual core processors such as this. If you got a phone that has enough juice that can handle everything that you're doing, I don't think you'd have a problem running this app. If you've got an older Android phone, one that's probably not getting the updates for the latest build of Android, for instance, you might notice some sluggishness. However, I haven't played with that, so I can't confirm that. If somebody has an older Android phone that's not running a current OS build and they want to let me know, hey, yeah, it does get sluggish, or no, hey, it works great, go and post a comment on the YouTube video on YouTube, and I'll make sure that others can see that as well. Now here's the nice part. Okay, we've done all this. After you've done it, maybe this isn't for you. You're not really happy. You can also download a different set of icons for your desktop programs as well. I haven't tried that yet, so that's a new avenue for me. But I do see where they have those listed in the market. Now, I want to go ahead and get rid of this. I want to go back to my stock user interface. I've just decided, no, I really don't want to keep this. I want to go back to what I'm used to. Now, the launcher doesn't list in your application drawer. What you have to do is go to your task manager, which let's see where, here it is, task manager. And let me refresh just in case it doesn't have the launcher in the application list. Okay, hey, it popped it right up top for me. There is Launcher Pro. I select it. Now on the Moto Blur, I've noticed if you tell it to end the application, for me, it didn't stop the launcher. I had to actually uninstall. And there you have it. The OS says, hey, you've uninstalled that piece of software. I hit OK. I hit my home screen, and I am back to my stock user interface. All my icons, all my widgets, anything that I had set up before I installed is still there. So again, that's the beauty. You can install that, play with it, customize it, and then if you decide you want to scrap it and go back, what you had when you installed Launcher is still there. And again, to me, that is what's really nice with the Android operating system. So if you're contemplating getting an Android phone, I would say find some friends that might have an Android. Get them to let you play with the operating system, or better yet, go to your carrier, your telephone provider. I'm sure all of the carriers now have a very nice selection of different types of Android phones. Let's see, Verizon, I know right off top, has the Droid. They have I need to charge soon. They have the phones with keyboards, just touchscreen only, you name it. There is a flavor of phone out there to fit how you want to interact with the phone. And I think you'll be surprised. And I think you would really enjoy it. I would just recommend you need to figure out and know in your mind what you want to do with the phone. Do you want to play games? Do you want to surf the web? Do you want to do a lot of social media, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube? Do you want to record HD video? Do you want to be able to have a video chat? If that's the case, you're going to want a phone that has a front as well as a rear camera, which here the Atrix does have. Now, that's one thing I don't like with the stock Moto Blur. It's everything forces the landscape with the camera app. But I'm going to switch to front. And as you see, I'm now looking at you. Go back. Again, so you look at your features. When you want to do HD video, do you care if all you can do is 720 HD, or do you want to do 1080? You got phones now that'll do 1080p HD video. So again, it helps to get an idea, know what you want in your phone, and then that's going to help you narrow down your Android search. I hope this has been helpful if you're new or unfamiliar with the Android operating system. I'll try to do some more videos here. I'm going to play with loading up some icon packs with Launcher Pro and see how that works. Once I get the hang of that, I'll probably do another video to show you as well. Feel free to drop me a line on my YouTube page, or catch me on Twitter or one of the social networking sites. I'm sure someone will probably bump into me there. Hope you've enjoyed, and thanks for watching.